About time damage you must have forgot.
Mine. What's going on, family? How you doing? You know what it is. You know what it is, man. We so excited. We so glad. Listen to be on. Amazing. It's Tuesday already. And maybe because Monday, was President's Day. It's good to be alive. It's good to be here. It's good to be above ground. Blessed to everyone. Much love, everybody. We bringing the energy. Yo, it's much to talk about. Serious topic here, man. Serious topic. If you don't know, it's Untied Laces. Every Tuesday, rocking your phones, your laptops, rocking the screen in front of you. We are here. My wonderful co-host. Can't say so much. I got so much great things to say about them. You know who it is. It's the one and only Miss Landa, who has, all the degrees in sports. She knows what she's talking about. Listen, she majored in international sports. I can't even name them. She got to name them herself. All right, we got It's the Prince. We got It's the Prince in the building. Been there, done that. Athlete, beast by nature. Hey man, we're loving the crew. We're loving the crew. We're loving you. Wipe your feet on the rug. It's all good. It's about that time. Hey man, we love it. We love it. So I'm gonna let my peoples on board right now, and we gonna get it in. We gonna get it in. Y'all got a request to come up. You already know the deal. Jose, what's going on? Max, I see you, baby. Request to come up. Got a shout y'all out. Hey, Passive Market. BB Tax Connections, get your taxes right. Huh? Must I say more? Hey.
Yeah. Kicking down the door. Boom, boom. Y'all know what time it is, man.
Introducing.
Yeah, what's up, man? You feel
How y'all doing, man?
Kicking down the Dizzo.
Hey, all is
what's
well.
good, man?
All is well.
It feels great to smell you.
Man,
how y'all week been?
So far, so good. The week was good. I can't complain too much.
Well, yeah, tough weekend, man. Tough weekend. Tough.
Huh?
Had to do something. Yeah. Very, very tough weekend. Had to bury my brother this Saturday, and it was tough, man. It was tough. It's still tough. You still, once again, I tell anybody that loves somebody that if you lost somebody, man, there's no getting over it if you really love them. You just learn how to live with it. You learn how to deal with it and stuff like that. So, and that's just one of them situations here, man. You learning. I'm learning every day. This is new. This is new right here. So it's something new. But overall, it was a blessing being around family. People I haven't seen in a while. So it was a blessing to be able to see the support. And a lot of people showed up, man. And, it's a blessing to kind of show you that.
Yeah, because there was a big turnout, Prince. A lot of people showed up.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of people showed up, even in Haiti, man. I seen videos of people in Haiti, man, and it was a big turnout in Haiti for my brother. It was a big turnout. It was a great turnout here in Miami. So people that really cared, and some people didn't even know that was my brother at one point. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just been a blessing. Been a blessing. But yeah, it's like one of them sweet and bitter. It's like a bittersweet. Yeah.
Yeah,
you see the love,
yeah,
but at the end, but you
yeah,
see the love, man. And I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you coming out, man.
yeah.
Oh man, we family, man. That's just what it is. It's never gonna change.
Yeah.
We've been through some things, man, and we've been there. We've been there for each other, and it's just a blessing. Just seeing the support, man. I love y'all. I love the crew. I love the team that we got, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate the texts. I appreciate the hugs, the kisses. That's been some of my ways, the prayers and everything of that nature. It's needed, man. It's needed. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm good. I don't need it. I need
Yeah.
every single bit of that,
Hey, that's what we
So,
here for. That's what we here for.
but we
Yeah.
here.
And one thing about tradition like that, Prince, it boggles the mind too when we think about it, because you have either a wake or you have a funeral, but then after that you have something after that, like what they call it, the bypass or something. What they call it, Prince?
That repass.
Repass.
Yeah, the
That's
repass.
laughs
Yeah.
and gatherings and getting together. You're doing cheers. I know you have at least one cheer. You're cheering with a drink. You're talking
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
You're seeing people you
Nah,
ain't
it was.
seen before, man. They come from out of town. Just to liven everything up. You hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was the joy about it, man. Look, seeing all my nephews and I got great nephews now. You get what I'm saying? So just being able to to see that and being around that and my son running around, that was a blessing. It's a beautiful thing. I just, sometimes, like me and my niece were talking today. We hate the
Yeah.
fact that that's how family come together. You know what I'm saying? On situations like this, it should be more of on more positivity, or more embracing and stuff like that. We hate the fact that, but that's one thing I always stress, whether it's family, friends, or whatever, or celebrity, whoever dies, that now the world like, yeah, we want to celebrate them. Nah, do that while they're alive and celebrate them to the fullest. I just feel like, that's always a good thing. We spoke about it when what they call it got hurt, or from the Buffalo Bills, right? When he got hurt, now all of a sudden money's pouring in left to right. Why does it take a tragedy for y'all to support a great movement if it's for the kids, right? So that's just my mindset. It's always been my mindset. Don't support when something bad happens. Support while everything's good,
Yeah.
so the mission can go on and live on for real. So
Cool.
that's my thought about it.
Cool. It's all good. Lan, I see you over there in the cut. What's going on?
Hey, you know me. I'm just here. I'm
You
chilling.
feel
I'm
me,
chilling.
Lan?
Like I said, it's been a good week,
Yeah,
man. Well,
yeah. I like you home, man. I don't like it when you on the road like that, man. I like Prince. Hey, Max. Another thing I want to say about Max. Boy, Max. I rolled you, boy, because it's like you was in the car wash the whole interview time we was here. I rolled you. Now he's saying, Prince, you looking like you in the car wash now. Man.
Prince always
Wash the whole time.
too, though, but today I'm him.
Man, I'm always on the move, man. I ain't gonna lie. I try to be stable, but it be so much things. I forget, there's so much
Yeah.
things going on. You just gotta, you just gotta handle it, man. You try to slow down a little bit, but hey, man, when you kind of like that, I would say the one man army, boy, you gotta keep it going.
Okay.
You gotta
Man,
keep
you
it
know
going.
what? One thing I want to
Yeah.
bring out, you already know. I think this topic could go for the whole hour. I do not know. I think it can. Well, DK Metcalf. Now, listen. First of all, a lot of us known him, or he got known. I think, like very widely known when he chased down. I think it was Baker, number 32 from on the Cardinals. When he chased him down. Listen, Baker caught an interception. Okay, so Metcalf played offense. He played offense at the time. He was playing for Seattle. Baker was playing defense. Baker caught the interception. Boom. Not off DK, but off somebody else. So DK Metcalf's way on the other side of the field, so he had a nice angle. So DK Metcalf is gonna chase down Baker, and Baker caught it at the 3. He caught it at the 3-yard line, and Metcalf chased them all the way down, man, and tackled them at the 8. I mean, it was a chase down, run down, man. Everyone was surprised. I mean, even Baker was surprised. His teammates was like, man, he caught you down. I mean, he ran him down. Usually, I think you'll see like a punter trying to run down a punt returner. But this was amazing, man. It was the speed, man. 4.33 in the compound.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why so many people were surprised at what he can do. I mean, he showed them in the combine what he was, even before the combine. Let's even take it back. Let's just go back to like high school days. If you see tapes of him, college days, I don't see why they were surprised that he can run that fast and that he can do what he can do. He's been doing it for so long. I mean, the man
I don't know.
is a freak of nature. I don't when he take that shirt off, hey, he's pretty ripped. I mean, you can't say much about the physical shape that he's in, his physical ability, on what he's able to do. I mean, he's a stud out there. He a beast out there.
Yeah, if it's, one thing I would say, if it's all natural, shout out to that boy. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, we don't know what's happening. There are certain things that people do to have a certain edge in the sport. And if he's doing it naturally, hey man, I take my hats off to him, straight up. I mean, I understand where the testing coming from, because it's like, geez, have they seen that ability? I don't even think it's about his play on the football field. I doubt that, because they would have been running tests on him right now. I think it's just certain things that's happening as of right now is making people say,
But still,
I
but
wonder.
still, if it's making people say that, Chris, why the league got to say that? Because the league wasn't that way in the first place. So what it is now, if anybody didn't know, because all of a sudden, like I think Friday, it was a post where he jumped high in the air, had a vertical jump real high in the air. He didn't even get a good squat down. I mean, he jumped so high in the air, looked like he paused in the air, palmed the one-handed catch, and then came down. But it was so high, it's like, man, I thought it was, people think it was fake or not, but it was real. But it was very, very high, a vertical jump, not a run, just a straight up vertical jump. The guy who posted it said, hey, DK Metcalf going to be tested, mark my words. And it just so rumor is, which is probably true, that the league is testing him now for some drugs or whatever because of that vertical jump. But what I'm saying though, Prince and Land too, is that they wasn't stressing when he was doing that in the combine on the field. Why now?
I mean, I'm not gonna say they have never tested him before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They get tested very
Yeah,
often.
you get
It just
tested.
wasn't made a big deal about it. So I won't say that it was singled out, like that was his first time he got tested or anything like that. Nah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
And that's with any black athlete, right? You take it, right? Our body structure, right, is very different. And what people don't understand, they question the most, right? So they can't believe like a LeBron James can go 20 years without serious injuries, without him doing some type of drugs or some type of enhancements or whatever the case may be. Like I said, if you watch football very often, you'll see DK, like DK, he's out there a lot. You'll see him on the field. You'll see him with the one hand catches and this and that. And I mean, he goes out there and he works. His body's in, impeccable shape. So, I mean, I wouldn't even be offended. To be honest, I wouldn't even be offended. If I know I'm not doing nothing and I know it's all natural, okay, go ahead, test me. I'm good. Trust me. It is what it is. Peace out.
Hey, and it's funny, right? Because I can laugh about it because I've been in a situation of that nature, right? So, being in college, I ended up my workout coach, our weightlifting coach gave us a workout, right? It was a very intense workout. It was crazy. So now when I first got there, I had to be soaking wet like 130, 135, 140, man. When I seen that, I was like, man, ain't no way, boy, I'm finna be on the D1 squad and I'm finna play ball. I'm finna get my ass throw up. You hear me? I'm just keeping it real, because when I got there, see, Miami big, and man, see, in Dade County, you got speed, you do your thing, you balling, right? Not saying you ain't got to be strong, because I was very strong lower body wise, right? But man, when I started going to like the Nike combines with other athletes, I'm seeing these boys jacked up. I'm like, well, ain't no way. I'm like, ain't no way these boys natural. That's what I'm saying to myself. Like, these boys got to be on some steroids or something. Because I know me, I was never no slouch in the weight room. So I'm like, God damn, these dudes both look like grown men already. And I'm over here, we in high school, so cool. So by the time I get to college, I'm like, okay, my first year, you getting accumulated to everything that's going on. You trying to get your body right. And then you know, the workout become more intense. You start to see like, okay, your body started to change, and the difference is now you're eating more because now you got, you know, you got your carbs, you eat more than you would eat at home. So your body started to change. And then my weightlifting coach gave us a workout. Majority of all of us was dying because it was a switch of everything. I came back home, me and my brother Johnny. Every day we in the gym, right? I say, man, you know what? I'm gonna do everything that I didn't do the previous year. Cause I was redshirted, so it was like, ah, you know, why lift shirts and do all that? I ain't finna play this year. So now this year, I'm like, man, I want to be on the field. So I'm finna do everything I didn't do the previous year. Then I came home. I'm going. It's very intense. Every day, me and my brother in the gym. I'm eating. I'm. By the time I got back to school, every time there was a drug test, I got a drug
wait,
test.
but hold on, you missing some parts. How much weight you put on, Prince, bro?
Man, and listen. I was 130. I was like 135, 140. By the time when I got back, I was weighing like 172.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, I was, you know, I was the talk on the campus. They were like, man, here's the funny thing. So we're in the locker room. So this is the first time we back from the summer. We in the locker room. And when I came out my shirt, you can see everybody just looking at me like, what going on here, boy? So now I go to the trainer's office. I'm finna get my leg wrapped, my ankle wrapped. And they're like, hey, man, you know, there's a lot of talk going on about you, you know. I like, oh, yeah. And they say, shit, what did you do? I say, I did everything that they didn't do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was like, if they ain't lift weights every day, then I can't speak on it. You feel me? I did exactly what was put on that documentation that our weightlifting coach gave me. And that's what I went. You know what I'm saying? I did what I was supposed to do. But every time there was a drug test, I went and looked at that list. My name was on that list. And if anybody else's name wasn't on that list, my name was on that list to get drug tested. And guess what? They ain't let me go in there by myself. They were standing right there by that door, waiting for me to piss in that cup to make sure ain't nothing funny happen. You hear me?
I'm just trying to tell you.
I'm just being real.
You got degrees in sports. Talk to us about the physique, the physique of, you know, I don't know what you determinize the car, but
that's why I told you earlier, just like African Americans, just us in general, right? It's a reason why we weren't the first people that was enslaved. So let's take it back way back then, right? We wasn't the first people that was enslaved, right? Everybody else was too frail. Their body didn't last. They became very ill. They became very sick. They just wasn't built the way that we were built. They're not built under pressure the way that we are. I'm not saying that people don't use enhancement drugs. Not at all. I'm not saying that. But our physique, everything about us, our structure is just built differently. Like take for example you, Jeff, right? You've been working out since what? Let's say earlier this year. Look how much you have changed just by eating properly and dieting properly. And then boom, you started working out and it was like magic. It was like, oh snap, now look at your arms, look at your physique just in general. And that's why I say what's not understood is going to always be questioned. That's as easy as said as done. It's what isn't understood is going to be questioned. It's going to be questioned over and over and over and over again. And that's why we're so dominant in sports, right? Even sports we weren't even supposed to be dominant in. Let's take for gymnastics, right? That wasn't our sport, quote unquote, right? Man, look at the young black men that have now dominated gymnastics, right? We already had women gymnasts that were already being very dominant, but look at our men now, our black men that have gone into that arena, and look how well they are doing. I can guarantee you, if we wanted to do hockey, I can guarantee you we'll just move everybody to the side, and it'll just be us. It's just in our DNA. It's just that simple. Our bone structure, our body structure, our body mass, everything. And that's why I tell people it's so important. Like what's meant for other cultures to eat is not meant for us to eat. Everything affects us very, very, very differently. That's why we're prone to a lot of diseases, because we're eating things that we shouldn't be eating. Our DNA, our body structure just isn't meant to be eating what everybody else is eating. It's just that simple.
Good point. Speaking of that, I gotta put your business out there. Were you detoxing, eh?
Yeah, man. I'm doing the
same one. Is it the same one?
No, this one not isn't as intense. But I did do. I think the most intense thing I did was I did do what it was 78 hours, no food, just water. Um, yeah,
You did more than that,
it was
man.
longer. I don't remember. I think it was 78 hours. I think I went three full days with no food, just water. And it probably was the clearest that I had. It was the most self-control I had in my entire life. Like to be able to say, okay, to tell yourself, even when you're hungry, hey, listen, I'm not gonna eat food. I'm just going to drink water. Yeah, it was the most clear-minded that I had ever been. But I haven't done it. I haven't done it since then. So right now I'm not fat. I am like fasting, but I'm on a detox, but just like no meat. So just fruits and veggies right now.
On speaking of the detox, what would you recommend someone to? How many times per year would you recommend someone to do that?
It just depends on their body type. Some people are prone to bloating. Some people are prone to like illness. So it just depends on your body type. You need to know your body type. You need to, before you do those things, you definitely need to go and seek either a holistic doctor. I would prefer you to go see a holistic doctor because most mainstream doctors will talk you against it. But there's a lot of benefits. So.
But wouldn't the mainstream doctor tell you, inform you maybe on what to target? Would it be your liver? Would it be your colon? What kind of detox, or what? Or would it just an overall detox?
It just depends on your doctor. How well do you know your doctor? Is what I tell people, right? Because most people don't go to the doctor, right? So they go and get a primary doctor that the insurance company just assigns you. But these people haven't known you your whole life. So can you truly be honest with them and tell them everything, and they remember everything about you, about your family, about, you know what I'm saying? Everything. Not just look at a piece of paper and say, okay, you said your grandma had high blood pressure, your dad had high blood pressure. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just stick you on a couple of pills, right? So their job is not really to like get to know you very well. They got about 7,000 other patients. You just one of the patients. So it's just up to you. You know what I mean? Like there are some people who have been going to the doctor, from the same doctor since they was kid. Like the doctor that I have, I've been his patient since I was like in high school. So he knows me very well, knows my entire family. So it's a little bit different. I can text him, like physically pick up the phone and text him, hey, you know what? I'm feeling this in my elbow. Is there something that you could recommend? Whatever. And then, but I have that relationship with my doctor. I'm able to text him like on his personal phone. And if you don't have that type of relationship, it's kind of tough when you go to like mainstream doctors, because like their thing is to just prescribe you medication.
Pill or something, huh? A medication, land.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. But I answer the same question I'm asking you too as well though. But are you satisfied with your size and how you look? 'Cause you got a good size. I mean, you're not too thin. You're not too big at all. You're like you got a nice size. Are you satisfied with that? I mean, as far as, so what's your goal on the detox? What is that?
Just clarity. Like a lot of the times, like we eat so much, and I'm on the go a lot. So I work a lot of hours, right? So between work, learning how to trade, investing, we spend a lot of time like sitting down, crunched over. We're on our cell phones a lot. Where we have AirPods, we have this, so we get a lot of radiation in our bodies and things in that nature. But the reason why I do it is just to prevent myself from down the line having some form of illness where I have to be dependent on, let's say, medication. Like I don't want that for myself. And I get it. Like everybody always like, oh, well, you're going to die anyway. Just eat chicken. Like, I don't care if I'm going to die later on down the line. Like, that's not the point. Yes, I get that we're all going to die, but I'd rather not be in a wheelchair and somebody push me around sick and ill versus just being, just taking those type of things into precaution. And it's a lot of stuff that goes into our food, right? So that, you have a lot of people that's depressed. You have people that have anxiety. It's a reason why. There's a lot of processed things that go into our foods that make our bodies act and feel a certain type of way. And so, but it's not to lose weight or anything like that. But it's just to always have energy, just to keep my mind clear. And like I said, just to battle any of those illnesses, because I do know, like, I do eat on the road a lot, right? I do cook at home. I do try to meal prep when I do have the time. And yeah, so I mean, a lot of people do eat meat. I don't consume meat. I haven't consumed meat. I think it's been about, I want to say seven or almost, yeah, about 7 years now since I consumed like meat. I know a lot of people was like, oh, you're gonna have some type of deficiency. I haven't had any problems. It's each his own. I don't advocate anybody to not eat meat. It was just a personal preference for myself. I'm not big into plant-based because I know a lot of those things come with a lot of chemicals. And when I can't read the ingredients on the box, I'm not buying it. I'd rather spend like $8 on real almond milk than some cheap shit. And then I'm like, oh damn. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'd rather just spend my money now than spend it later, because you're gonna spend it either way. It's either you're gonna spend it now being healthy, or you're gonna spend it later being ill and sick.
Yeah.
Like, so just choose your poison.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's my thing. Just choose your poison. And I'm not, like I told anybody, you can go do whatever you want. You don't have to be plant-based. You don't have to be vegan. You can eat meat. If you feel good, that's all to you. And like, I'm not pushing nothing on anybody. But I know for me, like, the holistic way is just better for me. Like, I stopped taking like Advil and those type of things. I used to suffer like really bad from migraines. I don't suffer from those anymore. I started doing, like, hell, I mean, we all Haitian on here. How many times your mom, your grandma, or somebody went outside and picked off leaves off the gate and made tea, and you was just fine?
It's just all right. That's
right. So if everybody else around the world can, be holistic, then why is it so different for us here in the U.S. that we're like, oh, I'm not going to drink no leaves that came off the tree? Now, I wish my grandma was still alive, because my grandma had a remedy for everything.
Talk to me.
You never killed me. So
it's made with knowledge. I'm drinking that thing. I'm drinking
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But anyone who has detox in any kind of way has never had any negative comments coming off of the detox. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's done wonders.
Yeah, I mean,
wonders.
We should. If you drink alcohol, if you smoke, or if you have lack of sleep, because we carry a lot of stress through the body, right? So if you don't sleep well, if you sleep on one side more than the other, you're putting more stress on that part of the body. So just a lot of things. And like I said, if you're eating fried foods, if you're a person that don't go to the bathroom regularly in the mornings after every meal, then you got to jumpstart your body some way, somehow, right?
Absolutely.
The waters we drink, they're full of sodium. So that's why we're so thirsty all the time, right? So even now, like, if I'm making smoothies or anything, I don't use water. It's just pure coconut water. So either a real coconut to drink the coconut water. And then I realized I don't drink as much water as I once did, because I get a lot of my water now from just from fruits. I just make it in I just make it in a smoothie and keep it going. But like I said, and you just got to take the time to read. I know convenience is a big thing. So I know we like to pop everything into the microwave. I know we like everything in a box, but just read those ingredients, because it's a play on words. And it's no secret as to why you'll go and research just, okay, what is it? Simply orange juice, or some orange juice, whatever. They say simply natural, right? So why are they're under a huge lawsuit right now? Because the chemicals that they use in their orange juice is not natural, right? Naked, what was the other one? I mean, listen, I could name about 10 organizations that went through lawsuits because of their ingredients. And I get it. They know that people are more health conscious. But just because they smack healthy on it, does not mean that it's good for you. You just got to do a little bit of research. Sugar has so many different words to it. It's either glucose, there's words about this long you can't even pronounce. So I
stay away. If I'm picking and choosing, I stay away. I stay away. But I know one thing. I definitely get them fruits though. Definitely get them fruits.
Yeah, me too.
Nah, you gotta eat them fruits, man.
So funny today. Today I was practicing on something, so I've been like experimenting, and it's so funny because I let my mom try it. Today I made my own ginger, mango, passion fruit tea from scratch. I was so proud of myself from scratch. Let me see your picture of it.
So you grinded the
man?
Yeah. So I had frozen mangoes. So during the summer when we have mangoes that grow on the tree and on my neighbor's tree, I try to collect as many of them. I cut them up and then I freeze them because we have a deep freezer. So if I don't have that, I'll just, I'll buy a frozen mango. So what I did was like I blended it up, right? Like pureed it. And then I grinded up the ginger, and then with the passion fruit, one of my neighbors was selling passion fruit the other day, so like I said, I just pureed it and then I made a tea. I boiled it down, and my mom was like, "Dang, you should have been told me this." It was good though. I ain't gonna lie.
It was
I'm gonna
hot.
show you a
It was
picture of it.
hot, correct?
Yeah, it was good.
Hey, speaking of that, man, I just picked up that cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
What
Got
is
the
that?
big
that?
Got over there.
Yeah, they tuned him out.
You
Well, they
wait,
don't
you
like
muted.
you
You
got
know
your hand.
they gonna stop you from talking.
Yeah,
What happened?
out of your hand.
Hold on.
No,
Yeah.
You hear me?
what is it?
Natural.
Right.
They don't like.
They don't want you to talk about
No,
that
man,
natural
they don't
stuff.
like what you got in your head. They tuning you out. They got it. They got it. Old juice of all time. No, he can talk. You can try to talk all you want, Prince. They censoring you.
Nah,
They don't,
we can't hear you, Prince.
nah, they censoring you, man.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yep.
My goodness, my goodness. That's so funny. But until he notices we can't hear him, man, we can't hear
We can't
Prince.
hear you, bro.
Put it up. Let me. If he looking at the
Yeah, I just put it in there. I put it in there just now.
Oh, you put it in there? Yeah. Nah, congratulations all day. We always help
A juice maker and made my own. You know, so I just think, I ain't gonna say I'm health conscious like that, but at the end of the day is, you just gotta learn, man. It's a learning process, man. You just gotta break them routines that we were taught as kids, man. You know, growing up in a Haitian household, boy, a lot of rice, a lot of chili, a lot of griot being cooked and all that good stuff. It's delicious. These delicious stuff, chicken, bun and pizza, all that good stuff. So, and when them Zoes cook, they cook big. They don't cook small.
It's the
You
thing
feel
is
me?
that we cook with a lot of grease, we cook with a lot of butter, and that's just across the whole board, not just like Haitian people, just in general. But man, but like I said, don't get me wrong. Yes, I still eat it, but I have my strict restrictions. I don't care if that pork is on that plate, I'm not eating. That's just a no. That beef is on that plate, that's just a no. That chicken on that plate, I don't listen. The other day we went to a restaurant and I'm looking and I asked the man, I said, "Hey, is this pork?" And he said, "Yes." It flicked off another plate. I said, "No, y'all got to bring me a whole new plate."
They know that, but they know that. They know
I said,
that.
"Nah, y'all got to bring me a whole new plate. That was already contaminated with that pork." And don't get me wrong. Like maybe when I do go to restaurants, maybe it was, but it's something that I don't physically know. So I just feel a little bit better. But and that's why I try not to eat out a lot too, because like I said, it's just my preference how I decide that moving forward, you know what I'm saying, I just want to stay away from certain things as well. So
congratulations. And it's always good for someone to know their boundaries too, and know their body as well all day long. But look, since both of y'all on, I want to get back to the DK. Get back to the DK. Listen, Prince, let me know, man, because DK pushing at a combine, man. He pushing 27 times 225. How extraordinary is that, or how good is that? You heard me, Prince? Yeah, he's saying.
Yes.
I don't need to tell you
Can you hear me?
225. I know that's where they put 225 for everybody, but he pushed it 27 times. Is that good weighing 230 wide receiver? Pushing. Yeah.
Oh, no, I think that's great. I think that's great, man, because usually there's a lot of guys that's not hitting it that much. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, now say if you say he hit it about 50 times, 40 times, now, hey, some testing got to get done out here, But I just think, man, if you're training, let's say you in high school right now, right? Let's say that individual is in high school right now, and you've been hitting 225. Let's say you could bench 225. If you start practicing right now and make that become a weight that's nothing to you, then by the time you get to the NFL,
True. Yeah. I can't hear what he
I
said.
don't know where he at today.
Yeah,
He must wherever he at.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
not
don't
bad.
think he can today. And then he can't hear us. That's crazy.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Man, tell me this now. He got picked 64 overall. Why you think he got picked 64? And I think that's a second round. So I think that's a 64 overall. I'm like, dang. He's running real good. He got a great vertical jump. he ran a 4.33, great vertical jump. Benching real good, freaking nature. Why was he so far?
I mean, you got a lot of good players that are overlooked. It depends on what teams are looking for at the time, what they trying to get in the draft at the time. Depends on how much publicity he was getting while he was in high school as well. If he was heavily recruited, so a lot of those things play a part into why. And then sometimes you just got organizations that's just not willing to take that chance. Like they're like, I'm gonna let them slip. Let's see if I get an opportunity. They might have I'm looking for a quarterback. Okay, boom. I'm looking for Tua, so I'm gonna take Tua versus this guy. So sometimes you really do. You get some really good players that fall that fall deep into the draft.
All the way behind, yeah. So, okay. DK versus Tyreek. DK versus Tyreek. Who you think winning? Now, remember, DK is 230. Now, he's a big guy. He's weighing 230, you know what I'm saying? And Tyreek is not weighing 230 at all, and is not 6'4" at all. But I guess that doesn't count because we're just talking about, hey, who's going to win in the race, who's going to win. So, what do you think?
Oh, man, that's tough. I mean, I think they just have two very different styles. And Tyreek Hill is just going to blow past you.
Right.
DK, he's definitely going to outmuscle you on the line. As you can see, like a lot of people don't even like with Tyreek Hill, he don't even press people up at the line. He just run right past you.
That's
he
right.
Just juke you 1, 2. He go in and out, boom, he already in the end zone. By the time the ball out, he already in the end zone. Because he got speed. With DK, man, that's tough. Ooh. I don't know, but I probably it depends. Now, depends on who's at quarterback. Yeah, because the problem is if you can't get the ball far enough for Tyreek, then
right,
you got a problem.
Right, exactly.
Because we've seen multiple times where Miami has either underthrown him, and then he either got to come back. So I would say it depends on who's at quarterback. That determines like how well they do. But yeah, Tyreek is a beast, and DK is a beast as well. I mean, he gonna go up there and get him. You could high point him. He could go out there and get him. He could go over the defender. And like I said, he gonna outmuscle you too. And like he fast as hell too, though.
Yeah, he kind of remind me of Megatron, man.
Come on, Mega. It did not matter what you was doing. You threw that thing up.
We hear you
now. Can y'all hear me now? Jeez, man, hey, man, they got me in this damn rental, and it's killing me, man.
It's all good.
This rental is terrible, man.
Don't try to blame it on the rental, man. We know you got Metro PCS, man.
Hey, man, this thing is...
We know you got Metro PCS, man. You got cricket.
It dropped.
Bill, man.
I love those movies, man.
You pay your bill, that's why.
You know what? I will say, listen. I will say who I got.
True.
They ain't paying me for it, so I ain't gonna mention it on the live, man. We're gonna keep it Tico. And once they start playing untied laces, we'll be all right.
We'll promote the 24/7, 7-Eleven.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, but nah, man, decaf and decaf got the typical side. The eye test. I mean, you're going with decaf. You get what I'm saying? But when you talk about the playmaking, I'm going with Cheetah, baby. I'm going with Cheetah. The catch, the yardage after the catch is crazy. I think, man, Cheetah have shown you without Mahomes that he is the man, bro. You get what I'm saying? And he has done it. He has earned my respect, man. Metcalf is the typical, big body. You know who he remind me of? What was the other
Megatron? Megatron was my guy,
play for? Was it?
Which one?
Not Megatron. No, not Megatron. Man, no.
The Cardinals.
He was what's his name, man?
The one that played for the Cardinals and Baltimore. I can't remember the receiver name, man. Vernon Davis. You talking?
Nah.
Vernon Davis.
And this dude, nah. We ain't talking about no Vernon Davis, man. Dude was humongous as a wide receiver. Maybe Mac. what is his name, man?
That's
He was
what.
big. He played for Arizona at one point in his career. Matter of fact, he had played for the Chargers at one point in his career.
He retired
And
with Baltimore. He retired with Baltimore.
What is his name, man? He was humongous, yo.
Yo, pull it up.
Listen,
I'm gonna pull it up.
I know who you
pull
talking
it up,
about,
Jeff. Hey, dude used to play for the Chargers. He was humongous, and you know they also tested him just like they about to do Metcalf. They also ran tests on him, and I think one time he did come back, if I'm not mistaken. You know, he did come back positive in one of the tests, but dude was humongous, man. I think he just got too big to play wide receiver, man. He was in the weight room lifting and lifting and lifting.
Right.
I mean, listen. Right after jumping out too. Listen, he had a game where he was flying. So he was flying high. He was damn near above the rim when he was jumping. As soon as that game was over, they said good night.
Somebody said it right there, Antoine.
That's his name.
Antoine.
That's his name, bro.
That's him. That's him, man. That's him. Yeah, dude was big. He played for the Cardinals, but I think he retired with Baltimore, man. That's his name, Bolton.
Yeah, because he used to play for the Rams. I mean, not the Rams. He used to play for the Chargers.
Big man.
Dude
he was big, and they wasn't testing him though.
They probably did.
They did.
No, they did.
Test on that boy.
Everyone got tested.
Yeah, man, because dude was too big, man. He was too big, man, to say he's just playing wide receiver, man. Hey, man. And he just got too big, man, to play that position, man. It was looking a little crazy out there, buddy. You know,
I think now too is just a lot. You know, like I said, social media plays a big role into things right now. Right back then, social media wasn't a big thing. You wasn't so outraged when you heard somebody getting tested. It was just a normal thing, like any other job that would require you. Like if you got supernatural strengths, I'm going to test you to make sure that that it's an even playing field. You know what I mean? It's not the first time. You know, it's not the first time an athlete got tested. Now, even if he got tested every single day, and now I would say this: now if he's the only person being tested every single time, and no other player is being tested, now we got a problem. But if everybody else on the team getting tested, it is what it is. You just gotta.
So I would say this, right? So linebackers are supposed to be big. Defensive ends, you know, they're supposed to be tall, and they can be lanky, they can be big. It's okay. You know, safeties, it's okay. Wide receivers, that one we questioning, and also running backs too. Now, running backs getting the business? Because listen, them running backs come huge. Them running backs come big. We can name them. And when they knock somebody down on their behind while they running, it's like, whoa, you know. So is it a big deal with the running backs too?
I mean, like, it doesn't matter who the athlete is. It is what it is. If you are displaying supernatural strengths that people like I said, what you don't know, and you're you just at the end of the day, you uneducated about the situation, right? You're like, damn, how can this kid? Okay, let's take Jalen Hurts for example, right? Okay. And we know that this year all teams were pissed, right? They were pissed. Why? Because Jalen Hurts on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, the Eagles was going for it. It didn't matter. They couldn't stop it. Now the NFL want to tweak that and say they are no longer going to allow you and your running backs and none of these people are going to be able to aid you into, you know what I'm saying, into a first down or into the end zone. Why are they doing that? Jalen Hurts clearly had an advantage, right? So other people were caught off guard. So now everybody mad. So what are they going to do? Test them every single day? Yeah, that might have happened. Like, yo, why are you the only quarterback that goes the entire season, 35 out of 38 tries, we got a first down on that play?
They saying it's because it's line. They saying it because of people behind them pushing.
No, they saying because they're saying it's the way they line up. So okay. I read the report. It's the way they're lining up. Like they're saying that, it's like technically, if you want to call it like what did they say? Like I forgot. I forgot what it's called. But anyways, and then it's the players pushing him. You know, how they line up and they all stack up and then they all just run. I'm like, man, y'all just mad because y'all got beat. Why you can't do it? Why your quarterback can't do it? Yeah, that's sad. Oh, but 90% of the quarterbacks are what? They don't look like us, right? They look white. They don't have the same type of strengths, right? as we do. Not saying that they're not good quarterbacks, not saying that they can't play, because we have seen what the Tom Brady's of the league, the Aaron Rodgers of the leagues can do. But ain't nobody say we're going to stop playing we're not going to stop saying, oh, well, we're going to stop doing the Statue of Liberty play for those like Tom Brady if they was tricking the whole defense. Oh, well.
But is he getting penalized because how strong his legs are? Why couldn't his legs compel him to make the first down?
Sure. I could guarantee you any other quarterback would have been doing that, and if they would have been any other race, it would have been no problem. It wouldn't have been no problem.
Insane.
It would have been no problem, right? All season long they was doing it was never a problem, right? Listen, they literally, I saw the stats. I think it was 35 out of 38 times they ran that. He got first down.
Nah, he got the first
down.
Whether
it was on third down or whether it was fourth down, it didn't matter. I think it was 35 or 8 or something like that. Something ridiculous, but the percentages was hella high.
Yeah.
The league, soon as the season went over, they said
it was very high,
and we're thinking about making a rule where that is no longer allowed in the NFL. This is what we want to see, a competitive game. So you telling me taking a knee and you got 2 minutes left, let's say 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, and you telling me taking the knee to run the clock out is competitive?
Taking the knee is competitive.
I feel like you should have to at least gain 1 to 2 or 3 yards before you can take a knee. You got to actually run a play. Like if we're going to take that, right? If we're going to say, okay, Jalen Hurts got a third and 1, 4th and 1, or 3rd and 2, or whatever, he was using his legs and his players to get a first down, then that means we can no longer run out the clock, period. And players need to at least be having forward motion for 2 to 3 yards in order for you to take a knee.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So don't tell me because you want to see a competitive game. Like don't tell me that, because then that's just a crock of BS. You feel me?
I wonder if they got. If they got some real people on that committee making them decisions.
Man, listen, man, you got billionaires. It don't matter what committee. It don't matter. When you the 1% of the world, if you complain about something, it's over. Your team can't do it, it's a wrap. Your quarterback can't do it, it's an advantage. They don't want to see another quarterback come and do what. Listen, it was the first time, right? We had Mahomes on one side, we had Patrick. I mean, we had
especially if they look
we had
like
Mahomes
this
on one side, we had Hurts on one side, right? You got this man, literally 24 years old, breaking all kind of records. You got this young man, what Patrick Mahomes, 26, 27? 27 years old. You got this man 5 years in the league, dominating the league. Eventually, certain things are going to be called that we're not going to be able to do those things anymore because it hinders our ability to show what we really made of. It's just that simple.
But now that I look at it, man, oh man, I knew that 4th down, how they reinvented, looked like they reinvented something. 4th down was a part of the 3rd down to them. I should have knew it was going to change something, man, because
and we wasn't even, like, that wasn't the first time that was done. A quarterback sneak had happened so many times, but it was that they were too effective with it. I mean, it was basically flawless, right? It was like the Wildcat. It was like the Wildcat was automatic. People
man,
people
Wildcat, man.
Oh, come on, that Wildcat.
Back, man,
listen, people, but you didn't see that no more because then they made certain rules. Listen, this person can't be lined up this way. That person can't be lined up here. Everybody got to be in line of scrimmage. This person got to report. That person got to report. He can't go 5 yards down the line before I call it a beep beep. So this is what I'm. So now, if that's your complaint, right, that you want to make it a competitive game, then all these silly plays that we got going on, talk about you could take a knee to run out the clock. No, I feel like you need to at least move that ball 2 to 3 yards before you could take a knee.
I like.
You want to keep it competitive? Then no field goal can be won with 0 seconds left on the clock. You know what I'm saying? You got, but this is what I'm saying though. Look how extreme they're going though.
Exactly.
If that was their complaint, they said they want to make the game competitive. It wasn't competitive because the Eagles was taking the ball for 8 minutes down the field, and every 4th down, instead of them punting, they weren't punting. They were going for it on every. It was automatic. You already knew. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you make if that's the point, we're making it competitive. Just like, okay, it's just like when a player going out of bounds. In order for them to go out of bounds and make sure that the time has stopped, the clock has stopped, you got to be making forward progress. You can't be running backwards and then run out of bounds because the time is still going to keep going.
I think that is.
No,
I
that's
think
what
that
I'm
is the
saying.
rule.
But I'm saying if that's the rule that you got to be moving forward in order for you to stop the clock, then damn sure you got to be moving forward when you go up there and do what you got to do. Then we can't spike the ball no more either. If we trying to make it competitive, you can't run up to the line, spike the ball, 1 minute, 1 second left, and then kick a field goal. No, you got to run the play. If we trying to make it competitive.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of ways we could think of making it competitive, boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
I like everything you said.
There's a lot of ways.
Hey, in my A said XFL is how we checked it out. You know, I like the XFL because it got its own rules, man. And I think that's lovely because they couldn't make a second league with the same rules. So I love it, man. I love it. Very different.
Man, but there's a couple leagues right now. I see that the USA. Yeah, I see that going on. I see that the XFL is going on. So I guess now, better opportunities for players to get an opportunity to show their talents on different levels. You get what I'm saying? Opposed to just always focusing on the NFL. It may not pay as much as the NFL, but it still gives players the opportunity to live their dreams and actually play the sports that they enjoy.
Everyone has different mentality going into the league of football, whatever league it may be. Because again, you finish college, you have a choice. You're trying to get paid at the same time. You're trying to get known at the same time. You're trying to love the game that you love. So it's like, hey, if I don't make it to the NFL, do I continue to play? And how many years do I continue to play in the XFL, USFL? And before I get drafted, before I get walked on to the league. If not, then I quit on altogether because you're risking your life out there. Or you're risking your health out there, I should say. Not your life. First and foremost, and you're away from your family. The list goes on and on. So you got to have a plan, man. Have a plan. If NFL is not there, have a plan. Have a plan, boy, because you ain't going to stay in XFL, UFL forever. They ain't paying like that. You're risking your body each and every day. And again, XFL, I'm very much more exciting because there's a lot more that they accept than NFL doesn't. Because NFL got the pensions, they got so-called they're helping you after you. They got a lot of things going on, man. So it's all a business, man. We got to have a plan.
Yeah.
You gotta have a plan.
I'm a rabbit hole down this whole thing, right? Plan. So Devin Hester, right? What did he change the most when he came into the league? Right? And then right after that, man, what did they change? What did they change after that?
Special teams.
They said it was for the player safety. Now where are we kicking it off now?
Oh yeah. They ain't kicking it off.
Yo, then don't get me wrong, you still have some players that are able to, you know what I'm saying, do their thing out there, but it has drastically changed since that new rule came into place. But we all knew Devin Hester, he was tearing they behind up. He was tearing they behind up right after that. That's why I say, whenever you going to dominate something and people not ready, they're going to make sure they're going to change the rules. And they're going to tell you, it's for the player safety, yada, 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 all kind of crap.
That is so sad.
Almost deaf, man. I think.
Yeah.
And they see you the only one doing it. They're like, man, hold on, what makes this guy so special? But once again, that's an individual that's been practicing that skill. You feel me? Like that's what he excelled in. Well, what else he excelled in? He excelled in that position. He was a true special
for sure.
list.
Yeah, you wasn't starting.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he excelled in.
Yeah,
put him at receiver, he did all right. But he was a true return special.
Right
list.
after him, though. Right after him. Oh, because I'm really trying to think back on it now. The more I think about it, when it came to the special teams, punt returns, kick returns, how many players got injured? Like that's why I'm like, that was injured during that time for them to have to change the rule to say that it was player safety. Like that's what I'm really trying to think on right now. Like I don't remember any gruesome injuries.
I can't remember if there was something
Right.
drastic that occurred that
it
would
was
make them change that rule to where somebody returning the punt and it's like, oh, for the player's safety, we're gonna,
yeah.
you know,
Me
I,
either.
I can't recall unless when the human joystick was running it and people were getting knocked out because he was
I
doing
mean,
all
that's
type of wild stuff on the
if
field.
anything,
So
but ain't
outside of that,
nothing.
So that goes to show you, anytime you dominate a certain position and it's not equal across all ethnicities, just know the league gonna come back and say, we need an equal playing field, baby. I'm gonna have to take that back.
Sad, man. It's sad, but it's
I'm gonna have to take that. I mean, that because like take it back. Remove Jalen Hurts from the situation. How many other times have quarterbacks gone for the quarterback sneak? How many other times?
man,
Every team has done it.
not on. You know what? I won't say, yeah, you know, not many. Unless it was the game on the line, then you got no choice but to go for a quarterback sneak, or you're doing either you're going for the quarterback sneak or you're going for something. You're trying to score a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? You're going for the first down or something. Or is it a rush play or anything?
Has done that play. It's not something new. They just didn't perfect it the way Jalen Hurts did, and Nick Sirianni. They just haven't perfected it the way that he did. You didn't see Mahomes doing it, right? You didn't see Cam Newton doing it. You didn't see Lamar Jackson doing it. So why is it that now, because the efficiency rate of that was so, you know what I'm saying, exquisite, now it's a problem. Now they got to change the whole rule to exclude that, like, altogether.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I've seen Tom Brady go for a quarterback sneak. I've seen Aaron Rodgers go for a quarterback sneak. I've seen plenty of quarterbacks do quarterback sneaks. That's not the very first time. You know what I'm saying? For you to have to go and change the whole dynamic of that play in general. And then, like, what players got hurt during that time? Did anybody, you know what I'm saying, break their neck, strain their legs, their ankle, their knees, their elbows, or anything like that? What changed? Like, no players got hurt in the process is what I'm trying to say. So it's, you know, so just the math ain't math. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. They ain't adding up, man. They ain't adding up. But, you know, them people, hey, man, you know, we don't own the league. You know, that's their rules. They change whatever they want to change. And that's what it is. Until a black man or an individual goes and owns a football league, then they can make whatever rule you want to make. But until then, hey, man, these people are paying you millions. This is what we're going to change. And guess what you ain't going to do? Not a damn.
Yeah, they got people in the chokehold. You know what I'm saying? You coming out there, listen, you making millions of dollars. You like, okay, it is what it is. I'm out here. I'm good to go.
You know, not many players finna jump up and be like, you know what, I don't like the rule change. I'm finna boycott, right? Because guess what? One thing I do know about them bills that they pull, you know, because majority of these athletes are living check to check too now. They're just on a different level of check to check. You know what I mean? So, you know what? Your $1,000, $2,000 check to check might be different from what, $200,000 check to check, and he tripping. You feel me? So all his bills got him by the nut sacks. He cannot boycott not a damn thing because his bills and them cars that he got, they about to come grab every single thing. So he out of there. So of course, you know, majority of them ain't finna protest against something that they don't like. They'll just sit there and shut up, like you said. Hey, shut up and play.
But you know,
that's it.
They can't stop us, man. We're gonna continue to dominate, and we're gonna. You can't. He does have a argument, or he does have, you know, an argument when he can say, "Hey, it was because of me this changed," or you know what I'm saying. He can always say that.
For sure.
You know,
like,
for sure.
Right? So, like,
for sure.
Yo, of course, Patrick Mahomes came back out second half, right? And yo, they was like, "What? High ankle sprain?" I ain't hear nobody saying, "Well, we about to drug test this man right after the game." DK in his own.
Nah, because the right person won the game.
And he jumping up, doing what he been doing every day. Flag on the play.
Look at that. One thing about it, I say this. They better use that man next year, man, for that jumping. They better use him. And I think the only couple of plays, you know, for jumping that you won't probably get hurt. You ain't gonna I don't want nobody to jump in the middle, you know, risking that. But you know, those flies down the sideline, and also the jump ball down in the end zone, the fade route. You know, I think you got to use them. Use that, man.
But I think but just to interrupt you, Jeff, but I believe that might be the reason why they want to test him. Because you ain't do that in the games like that, my boy. You feel me? That was making them say, hold up. Man, I threw him a high pass. He ain't go up there and grab it like that. You get what I'm saying? That was, you know, the people go watch them tapes. You talk about people that they pay to watch tapes and say, man, has he done that in a football game? Show me where this man has jumped up that high in the air and grabbed the pass. Because for him to be that height and jumping that high, ain't no DB in the league should be able to stick this man or slap a ball down.
No.
I'm just keeping it.
I agree, Prince, man. And don't you jump higher when you run it? When you take 3-4 steps, don't you jump higher?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. That mean you're supposed to be jumping above everything.
But you already know he's gonna come back and say, listen, me jumping with light clothes on versus me jumping with pads on and shoulder pads and this and that. And now I don't gotta.
Nah. You should be able to get something.
You already know that's gonna be the rebound to the back end.
Hold on. We gonna keep it real. All right. So what they gonna do to him is say, okay, so let's weigh your pads. Let's see how much your pads weigh. Right? Okay. Wait. I'm just saying this is scientific, right? So we're gonna go scientific. So let me weigh your pads. Okay. Whatever it weighs, your helmet. And you telling me that little bitty weight, if it ain't that heavy, is holding you down?
Hey, the referees think that if I tug your jersey just a tad bit, that, you know what I'm saying, that impeded your route to the back of the end zone where the ball was already thrown 15.
Yeah, but you know, Don was going for a bear hug. You know, he kind of went for the bear hug.
I'm just
who is that?
He went for the bear hug.
Man. Referee name, man. What's the referee name? What's that referee?
That ref should have never thrown that flag. The ref that should have thrown that flag was the referee closer to the play. To me,
my thing is throw it on time.
That ref right there should have never threw it.
Call it all the way around, man. That's all I say. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna call it all the way around. But that's what I'm saying. That's just gonna be a rabbit hole down a rabbit hole down a rabbit hole. It's gonna always be. Oh, the turf is different. Oh, the grass is different. Oh, I didn't have on my cleats, and then okay. So remember,
I got bouncy shoes on. My shoes give me about 2 more inches as a height, and all that good stuff.
Affects the way that I would jump if I'm in a more calm state versus if I'm in a more of a panic state. This and that. I mean,
right?
Because remember that movie in this, like not dealing with sports, but. Remember the movie, the crash that happened on the Hudson River with the plane, right? And I remember how they was trying to tell this man that, what you did was you didn't follow the rules as to we told you to go and land at the airport, et cetera, et cetera. So when they did the first case, they had found him like guilty, right? He was like, no, listen, I think he had like maybe a minute and some seconds to land that plane, right? So he was like, no, you have to take everything into account. Take account that I need to go through my check downs, the weight of the plane, my adrenaline, all of that goes into my decision making at the time. And so then when they put him into the simulator, they realized it was like, oh shit, had you listened to us, you probably would have killed everybody that was on that plane. That, they end up finding him not guilty and that he was that he had made the right decision by landing the plane where he had landed the plane, according to going through all his check-throughs, checking his surroundings and all of this or whatever the case may be. So there's so many things that plays a part into that. So I just know that that'll be just a rabbit hole that they'll go down and et cetera, et cetera. But granted, I mean, if you could jump that high, you should be able to do it in the game.
No, if you jump.
Yeah. I'm just being real. You know, when you look at
Tron was a beast. You was not playing no
games in the game.
You threw it out there.
Like,
he was going to
when
hit
that ball was in the air, nobody was grabbing it but
Megatron. He went and got it like, that's mine. That was.
Yes. So with decaf, to me, what you jumping, you displaying all this ability of dunking and jumping real high. You can go get the ball and all that good stuff.
No, but
Man,
they're gonna
in
watch
the game.
Prince. They're gonna be watching him this year. I mean, everybody, the whole world. Yeah, the whole world gonna be watching him. The whole world gonna be watching him now, and it's good. He got a lot of publicity. You know, you state your point, prove your point. You know, get some more money, go to a better. I don't know, but everybody's all eyes on you, man. With that jump you done did. So I got to say that.
We gonna see. And then sometimes we can't believe everything we see on social media too, man. We know that a lot of things are edited as well. So I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. It wasn't live. I can't say it happened in real life or it didn't happen in real life. I wasn't there. Allegedly, he jumped that high.
I agree. A lot of things could be edited. So, man, listen, man. The way technology is today, man. Hey, man. Things you can do whatever you want with green screen, man. They could have had somebody holding his waistline and getting him up there. You don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that green screen crazy.
So allegedly,
you know, or you could have had them little strings pull you up. You know? Yeah. Because if you ain't, because the one thing about it, one thing for sure, them white folks know how high that man can jump. Because if you ain't performed that in the combine, hey, bro,
he did.
You can't jump
that,
man.
Man. I think
in the combine though. He did. He I think was like.
No, I think
I forgot what his vertical was.
No. Wait, listen to what I'm saying now. I said, now, if the height that he's jumping at right now, at this moment, and the height that he did in the combine, see, because those are two different hungers now. Now, in the combine, I'm trying to get to the millions. So, boy, I'm finna give you the best jump I can ever give you in my life. You feel me? So, what I'm saying is, the white folks know. Okay, that's how he jumped in the combine. You understand me? Like they remember they are watching you, your every move and everything. Remember, this is like the slave trade. They want to see, they're looking at him like, oh my God, look at his body. Ooh, you got you know you're on the. So at the end of the day, these folks know what you can do. You get what I'm saying? Because they watching you. They've been watching you since you've been playing. So they've been keeping track of you. So now they know the things, how your tendencies, they know certain ways that you do things. They already know all these things about you. So now when you start displaying some new things, they're like, wait, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen that. So he got to be doing something different. You get what I'm saying? Because you got people that's watching you left to right, and that's how they rock it. We just got to keep it real. And these people are getting paid to watch you. It's not like they're doing it for free.
That's what the scouting report is all about, man.
What I'm saying. You got your scouting report.
Yeah, but it was funny. Man. Like I said, like you talked about that. Like literally, John Morant was just talking about that on his social media page. He was like, "Man, it's so crazy. I dunked over 2 people, and now I'm getting tested as soon as I get to the locker room." That was this year. He talked about that.
Who he said? Jay?
Yeah, John
but
Morant.
He was been
John Morant.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. That's why he made a joke about it. He said I dunked over 2 people because there was like they said his head was like literally the rim was here. Right. He looking at the rim like peekaboo. You feel me? So then they said, "Yo, all right, flag on the play, penalty."
But listen, I seen what Metcalf jumped to what he so he jumped in the end zone and he jumped above the flag post where the camera at. So he almost touched the camera. You know where the camera's at.
I remember that.
So that's high, man. Anyway, anyway, man. Hey, it is what it is. It is.
I can't do it.
It is what it is.
Run that test. You hear me? They're going to run that test, you know, because that's what them folks do. You know what I'm saying? That's what them folks, listen, that's what them folks do. They're going to run that test. They want to find any little thing to say. Yeah. I told you.
Listen, them owners, especially when you're not playing on their team. When you're not playing on listen, them owners going to be like, Roger, something ain't right, man. Jalen Hurts, that was 35 and 38. That's not natural, man. We haven't seen that in the league in 50 years. I mean, listen, listen, Jalen Hurts might be doing the same thing. He might, flag on the play, whistle, we need
we throwing
that's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
So, like I said, if you're a billionaire, money talks.
Yeah, money talks.
Roger, I'm doing a lot of non-profit things
we know
for the
that.
league, man. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's not fair. I don't have a player like that on my team. I need you to test. You come on, you think they ain't gonna go and test him? Please.
Of course. Run that test, baby. Run that test.
Hey.
We run tests on
Hey.
everything.
Hey,
Man.
with that, man, we're gonna conclude, man. I mean, the conclusion, hey, you know, we're gonna continue to see this throughout the league, man. But you know, our players are gonna continue to excel. We're gonna continue to do extraordinary things because along the way it comes extraordinary people, man. That's what makes the league. Like every time someone leaves or retires, there's another one right behind them ready to show out, you know, and show out. And they've been doing it for a long time, and they're ready to enter the league and do it big. So, you know, it's always going to be some controversy. It's always going to be that. But hey, it's entertaining. We can't take nothing from them. They've worked hard to get there and do that. And again, you can't believe everything's in social media, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we just here to talk about it and go there. I know everybody got a great insight. I did, but what both of you guys have said, oh my goodness, for real, y'all. I appreciate you always.
Listen,
you know, always.
Let me tell you, man, social media make you believe anything, man, especially in the comments, especially the people, because, you know, I hate to say it, but let's keep it real. I don't like calling people, you know, there's a lot of, you know, people in this world that's not doing their own research. So they rely on other people for information. So anything that is posed, a lot of people believe it. You know, we got a lot of gullible. Yeah, that's what we're going to call them. We got a lot of gullible people in the world. So a lot of people are not doing their research on their own. They're actually relying on the internet and only the internet. So when they see it, they go, oh, my God, oh, how is that possible? Oh, I can't believe it. And they believe it. Some people stay in a little square. So seeing something like that on the outside is like, my goodness, people could do this. So it's believable. So at the end of the day, people, do your own research. Find out what's true and what's not true by doing your own research. Don't believe everything you see and don't believe everything that you hear. Do your own research.
And you know what? If they do not, you got us. So we're going to deep dive everything.
We're going to find
out. Yeah, we're
going
to dive in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
most definitely.
Which was a great point, Prince. But again, if you're not able to, we're going to talk about it. We've done the research. We're in it. Hey, we're going to let you know. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Max said, test them, please.
Yeah, Max, we're going to keep it real.
He follows all the time and drop passes because of that.
Hey, like, but it's the truth. If you should be able to produce that on and off the field. It is just that simple. Like,
yes, that's what I'm saying. If you can show that ability outside of the field, you should be able to also bring that ability onto the field. You get what I'm saying? And you should be, to me, I think you should be one of the top, if not one of the best receivers in the league with that ability.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, with that height, with that ability to jump out the gym.
Hey, but see, sometimes sometimes social media be the death of us. We always want to post everything. Sometimes you ain't got to post everything on social media. Sometimes it comes back to haunt you down the line. So you causing your own self to go through unnecessary situations. I'm not saying that you have never been tested before, but now you're putting yourself under a lot of scrutiny moving forward. That could potentially be your contracts, your talks when you going to renegotiate. Hey, my man, I saw that video of you. You haven't produced that. You think you worth 50 million? I think you worth 25. Show me differently.
I'm trying to show me different, baby. You feel me? We cutting that Chizak. Get right. We want to see you jump that high, buddy, in the game, man, and catch that ball when we throw it up, buddy. If you can't produce that might be an incentives in your contract. That might be the reason why they don't cut you that check for real. Hey, man, I need you to go to your highest point like you did in that video so you can get this money here that I got for you. Part of your incentive. You know, because them incentives be funny.
You don't cash it over somebody. Over 2 helmets, 3 helmets, you ain't get. If you kept passing in the dead smack in the 50-yard line, you get 5. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. That's why the boy be on the sideline snapping.
Let me get that. I need that $1 million, baby.
Hey, Keyshawn used to be mad, boy. Keyshawn used to be snapping. Hey, but
all the boys used to be mad, boy, when it comes to that check. But you know what? We never knew. See, as you growing up and you're watching these individuals play, we never knew why they
Yeah.
were so pissed on the sideline. But as you grow up and you start to hear about contracts and the incentives in it, now you like, okay, that's why them boys snapping. Why you ain't throwing me the ball this game? He got to have a certain
Yep.
amount of receptions
Receptions,
for the
yards,
year,
how many
and
games
then
he
adding
played,
up.
all of that. But that all goes to
Right.
something. Something happened down the line. Every rule comes from something that happened down the line. Okay, they had players that wasn't giving, when they got the money, they
Right.
wasn't giving them the full checks. So, right, so now I gave you all this money.
Right.
Now you're getting out there. You're not jumping as high like it was in the combine. You're not running as fast.
Right.
You're not producing. So now
Not
I have to
producing.
dangle that carrot in front of
Yeah.
you on the hamster wheel so you can keep going, because I need this to be entertaining, right? Because the NFL is
Yeah.
about entertainment, right? It's not about the sports. I'm here to entertain people.
Right.
I'm here to show you off. That's what I'm paying you for. I'm here to show you off to the highest bidder. That's, I need you out there. Exactly. I
My
need you out
product,
there.
baby. It's like coming to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You see all the products
Fact.
on the shelf. That thing gotta look good. It gotta
Yeah.
make people want to buy. You feel me? Right now, you ain't selling no tickets. You looking crazy. You out there getting drunk every weekend. You in the strip club, but boy, you ain't producing on my field, sir.
Get on my plane,
You
get in the
looking
hotels, you ain't
trash.
producing, man. Get up out of here.
Yeah, man, get up out of here. Eat my damn food, boy. Put that down.
Yo, before we get out of here, man, what y'all think about Miami with these moves that they made, man? Talk to me.
Move. What you mean?
Come on, the Miami Heat, man.
Oh,
Football season over. We in basketball
What?
season, man. We got Kevin Love
Okay,
and Cody.
lad.
Yo, talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie. I just gotta see how this come together. I ain't gonna lie to you, because to be honest, one thing I'm against is grabbing a player damn near on their last leg. I'm against that. You feel me? Like, for me, I want me a young gunning individual. Like, you see, like Tyler Hero, he could continue to grow. You can continue to build him and continue to see where he could go. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I ain't gonna talk bad about my Heat, man.
Okay,
shout out to the Heat, man.
You don't know the purpose.
I just gotta
you don't know
see
the
this,
purpose
man.
of them going to get, whether you want to call them a veteran or we don't know the purpose, because a lot of times or sometimes they may just want leadership or experience. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we don't need no damn leadership, man. We don't need no leadership.
We don't need no leadership,
Yeah,
man.
we
We need ballers. We need somebody that
I
can
wish
put the
he would
ball
get
in the
off the
hole.
bench and go ahead and go to the coaching side so we can make some room on the bench for somebody else. Like, I love UD. That's my guy. 305 to the death of me, right? But come on. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna see how this goes. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I just gotta
Cody Zeller,
see how this chemistry
I'm not a
comes
big fan
together.
of him. Kevin Love,
I think that was some.
But I need to see how this goes.
To me, I think that was some other players we should have fished for, but because we need another baller.
We need somebody
on that
can
squad.
help with,
and I'm not talking somebody on their last leg neither. I don't want nobody on their last leg neither. I want somebody that, hey, when we do grab him, he could give us a long term. We could grab him for a little bit. You feel me? And also somebody that's finna sell tickets, man. People ain't selling no tickets like that. We gotta keep it real, man. The last time we were selling real tickets, LeBron James, D Wade, and Bosh, man. That when we were selling real tickets, man. We just gotta keep it real. Now we out there sitting waiting for the playoff, and when them boys make it to the playoff, yeah, tickets start being sold. But boy, we already know them, that Bosh era, that LeBron era. Yo,
yeah,
them
Shaq
tickets
too,
was
though.
sold,
Shaq too,
my boy.
Shoot.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need that hype back. We need hype, man. We don't have the hype. We got, that he's playing, we good.
I ain't gonna hold you.
We ain't got the hype.
I think the only time I did see where it was a lot of veterans on the team where it worked out, but we had a young, thriving guy by the name of D Wade.
Come on, man.
That
it was different.
that just ran the game.
No,
I ain't hating, Max. I ain't hating at all. I love the Heat.
It was different.
To death,
nah, Max, there ain't no hate. Max, there ain't no hate. That's my team. I'm a Heat fan till I die.
I
ain't gonna hold you. If they would have went off the Russell, I wouldn't have been too mad at that. Like, I'd have been like, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, what?
We'll see.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I had to look up Cody Zeller. I do remember him in the league, but I had to go and look him up to see like what he was averaging the last couple of years or what he was even doing. I'm not gonna lie. I literally Googled because I had heard the rumors or whatever, because I'm always fishing around and stuff like that. So I went to look. But Ray Allen, though, he had a specialty, though. Even though he was on his last leg, he had a specialty. He was a 3-point arsenal, though. Like,
hey, listen. You could never, don't you ever, Max, in your life, buddy, ever disrespect Ray Allen that way, boy. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, buddy. Boy, Ray Allen was a specialist. He did his job.
Oh, come on, ain't no Bird, man. Come on, man.
Stop that, man.
He finding him.
Disrespect Birdman.
Hey, Max, go ahead. Keep going. Max, keep going. Max, keep
Ever
going.
disrespect Birdman. Birdman, listen, you crazy as hell.
Keep going.
But I said, though, I did say that we did have a team full of veterans. We had Gary, we had Antoine Walker, but like I said, we had a dynamic duo, right? We had Shaq and we had D Wade. And D Wade, he was just that guy, right? He was that guard, that shooting guard. You know what I'm saying?
And please, I ain't gonna lie. Please,
we already had
one. Well, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out. No. What I'm saying is, shout out to Shaq. But boy, Alonzo did come in the game and change the dynamics. Okay, so I always say that because even when Shaq was on the team, I used to yell at the screen saying Shaq is tripping. He's not contesting, blocking shots. But when my boy Alonzo got in the game, them slaps were coming.
Yeah, but that's why I said I don't mind a veteran team. But all of those guys had something to bring to the team. Okay, Antoine Walker, you know what I'm saying? He had the tippy-toe three. You had Gary Payton, he was the glove. He was going there. That ball was in there, he was coming. You had Alonzo, that D. You was not getting up in that paint. Shaq was Shaq, and D-Wade was D-Wade through and through. But Kevin Love, I don't know about that,
hey, man. Shout out to everybody on this live, which is, Max, man, Cristiano.
Man, Shaq wasn't on his last leg.
Max disrespectful, man. Talking about Shaq was not on his last leg, man. Maybe when he went to the Celtics, he was on his last leg, but he was not on his last leg. Alonzo Mourning was not on his last leg, man. That boy was slapping everything in his mouth.
Was veterans, is what I'm saying, though. But, like, the team that we have built right now, I just don't see where, like I said, I have to see. I know Spo is, you know what I'm saying? He's a genius. And then I also know that you can't go against the Don Pat Riley because he makes things happen. So I'm just interested in seeing what was going on. Max, I already
named them already. We named them already.
No, I said that whole entire
we named that. Gary Payton,
that entire roster right there was vets. But the difference between that, we had somebody that was going to go and get it every single night. You was not stopping D Wade. Like, and you was not stopping D Wade
every night. You was not stopping Wade.
And like I said, I love the team we have now. I mean, with some of the pieces, but I do think we need somebody to go in there. Yo, Max, I said they was all old as hell. I said it was a veteran, man. It was a veteran team.
Y'all know them boys came for the ring. They know they seen that young player. They seen how D-Wade played. They seen that the guy had fire in him, something that they haven't seen in a while in young players. And Shaq knew it. Shaq knew it. If he come over here, he's going to win a championship because Wade already showed you that a championship was coming anyways the year before. I knew just watching him play the year before that, man, oh yeah, we got something now. We finally got something in Miami to be very, very excited. Not saying no disrespect to our past teams now, but what I'm saying is looking at how Wade handled that business in that playoff game and did what he did, we already knew like, oh yeah, he was special. And with added Shaq and a couple other pieces, I already knew a championship.
Hey man,
yeah, we gonna block Max, man.
We gonna ban you, Max. Max, goddamn it, I'm telling you, man.
He right. But like I said, all those
you got one.
All them dudes were specialty players. They all brought something.
I ain't gonna lie, Shane Battier was on his last leg. I ain't gonna lie, we won the championship with LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. We won the championship with one of the oldest teams in the NBA. Look it up.
Yeah.
One of the oldest teams.
Hey, we love y'all.
We're one of
we
the
ain't pay no
oldest
bills.
teams in the NBA.
We love y'all, man. We got the clear. Hey, we
All
love y'all,
right,
man. Everybody who's
Hey,
on the
Max,
live, man.
Max. Yo, he talking about they even had crackhead Lamar Odom. Man, I'm done with Max, man.
Hey, but
Oh,
they still got
damn, Max,
I'm out of here,
man.
man.
It's always a good time when Max come on board, man. Next Tuesday, Max gonna be a co-host, man. We bringing Max.
Yeah, we got
Max,
I'm
next
telling
come
you.
to the podium, y'all.
about Heat.
Yo,
Anything
I'm
about
telling
Heat, listen,
you.
anything about Heat, Max, you on. You on. Love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Y'all,
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
man. Y'all have a great night. Stay blessed. Know that you're loved, all right?
Okay.
I say
All
bless.
right, have a good night.
Love y'all. Love y'all,
Always,
Max.
man.
Peace
Love.
out. My co-host, I love y'all, man. Y'all be good.
All right, much love to you too.
You know it.
All right.